primary driving force and the force that helps us to sustain a reduction in use of antipsychotics is a culture that supports, celebrates, and actively promotes person-centered care. Without this shift in culture, it would have been impossible to achieve or sustain a reduction in antipsychotics while simultaneously reducing responsive behaviors. The process that we developed in November 2014 to ensure antipsychotics were a last resort measure in our home was effective because of the work we dedicated to the promotion of person-centered strategies and strong collaborative relationships. And so today, although we will share with you the tools we developed in November of 2014, our primary focus will be on our person-centered care journey thus far and the many roads we intend to travel over the coming years. Specifically, we will focus on 4 scientifically proven components of our person-centered care journey. 1, prepare your peeps. Understand your residents through the creation of care plans that focus on your residents' strengths, preferences, and customary routines. Get going with meaningful programming. Nurture and nourish with activities that provide purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. And finally, stop the drugs. Let the sun shine in and watch your residents shine. The Eden Alternative surveys were also utilized as a basis for the creation of person-centered care questionnaires that we developed to solicit feedback from our residents and families. And once again, our teammates at the front line led the charge on this project. We developed a plan utilizing the PDSA tool to educate frontline staff on the use of this questionnaire with the residents to whom they provide care. Over the next 3 months, we trained staff on how to utilize this tool and integrate results into the residents' plan of care. PSWs met with residents in a safe environment and asked them questions such as, tell me what a typical day is like for you. Tell me what brings you comfort, what brings you joy, what helps you to feel safe. In what ways can I best show respect for you? What 3 words describe you best? And what is the most important thing that staff needs to know about you? The results were then submitted to the registered team to ensure the plan of care reflected the residents' preferences. This project was amazingly insightful. Frontline staff were encouraged to engage with the residents in a meaningful way that had nothing to do with the provision of care, which is rare given the challenging and time-limited nature of their job. The questionnaire also helped us to identify needs that even our research-based best practice tools had not elicited. For example, when one resident was asked what makes him unhappy, he stated, "My sore legs." This resident had not vocalized, reported, or triggered for pain on any other previous assessment. In addition, asking residents about their past roles and preferences often caused the residents to become emotional. Staff were surprised at the response and realized that engaging residents more frequently regarding their past roles was important and therapeutic for both the resident and the care provider. In another instance, our frontline team members were extremely nervous over the perceived violent history of a male resident with a diagnosis of schizophrenia and vascular dementia who had recently moved into Pine Haven. This nervousness translated into the unintentional social isolation of this resident. However, when the PSWs completed the person-centered care questionnaire with this gentleman, his wishes included statements such as, "Please just be my friend and I will be yours." And when asked what he wanted staff to know about him, he stated, "I am a good person, I am kind and generous." These incredibly humane statements helped to alter the PSW's perception of this resident and subsequently how they approached him. This gentleman went on to settle very nicely into the life of the home and develop close bonds with staff and residents.